Chatting with Gas Allen. Chatting with Gas Allen. Thank you for joining us for Chatting with Cass Allen. Y'all know I like to get right into it. The topic this month is love. Keep us all on the same field. We're talking about love as it applies to strong affection based on admiration, kinship, personal ties, common interests, benevolence, whatever. But the key here is like uber strong affection, not like you a lot. We use that word love when we think we've hit affection to a level that just makes us cross into a place where we get a different kind of zen. That's the definition, right? So we're going to talk about love from different perspectives today. Self, family, friends, lovers, and the fifth dimension. We'll be right back. Thank you for joining us for Chatting with Cass Allen. Today we're talking about love from all different perspectives and just set the conditions for the word as I'm speaking from, and other things might come out as we continue. Love. Let's start chronologically somewhat from youth. I think the first people that we generally love, provided conditions are well, tend to be our parents, that mama and that dada that we scream for to bring us our liquids, our foods. Those people that put those smiles on our faces, pick us up when we fall, hold us tight for no reason, give us all those feel good things. Not that there might not be some, discipline in there somewhere, but for the most part, we first have our experiences with our direct kin, guardians, if you will. Um, and a lot of that becomes an extension of grandparents, siblings, aunties, uncles, etc., first cousins, and therefore family is usually our first exposure, right? They're babysitting us. Some of our cousins and siblings we like more than others, depending on how we feel we're being treated. Some of them we spend time with, some of them we don't want to spend a damn minute with. Some of them are torturing us, bullying us, going through those things that you do. We're battling for things sometimes, even when the money's affluent, abundant, if you will, in the family. Sometimes there's still battles. Um, so that self-love is the first place where we feel safe. You go outside, go to school, go through your problems, you come home, and I understand that all families don't qualify. So let's all please keep that in mind. This is not a everything is wrapped up in a bundle. We're just simply talking about love. We understand there are a lot of unfortunate situations where love is not there. And for all of that, I am sad and pray for everyone who faces hardships of such that you become aware of environments where there is love. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Chatting with Cass Allen. We've been talking about familia, the love that we receive generally from our home base, the things that help us to grow from that embryonic stage and start forming into the infant who becomes the tween. Okay, so we're family, we're in school, we're educating ourselves because most of us don't have a choice because that's the system that's in place in many places. We get exposed to those people in school, those teachers, and those schoolmates. Some of our teachers we form the biggest crushes on. We go speechless when we see them. Another form of affection. Um, and again, just like we can face at home and school, there are people that you meet and you instantly click like you've known each other 6 million years. and maybe you have, but that's not tonight's topic. Nevertheless, you form bonds that if a person would dare to enter, you lose your minds. Then you have those kids, obviously, that you don't. You know, vibrations. We vibrate on so many levels, and as we pass these entities, we decide whether or not we want to share affection, possibly gain it, give it, or both. We experience junior high school as a part of that academic education, and we start getting exposed to a different type of quote unquote love. You know, we start forming affection, strong affection for the parties around us in our age groups and otherwise known as our classmates. Our genitals start tingling and we decide that's got to be love. The butterflies in your stomach, your puppy love, as we used to call it, stage, you know, but it's called love, right? We're teenagers. We even hide this stuff from our parents sometimes, even though we love them because we don't know how to show them this different kind of love we're having for someone else. In some cases, we know not to because they've already warned you. But in some cases, it just feels weird. How could I be having feelings for someone who's not a part of the family that I was raised to understand as my safety, where I found my first love? And this feels a little different from that friendship that I have with that person down the hallway where we do homework together and laugh on the phone all night. This feels a little different, you know. It's another level. I want to have all those things I have with those friends, but I think I also want to perhaps make out with this person. You know, we're in our teen years. Let's keep it honest. There's another form of love. We'll be right back. As we're going through those years of teenhood and we transition into our adult years, we've done our academic mandatory years and we're in our 20s and our 30s, and a different type of love often appears just when you think you knew it all, when you had this crush in high school, or this lover as soon as you left, you know, or through college, the things you did related to academics and your home bases. And suddenly along comes someone who you don't give a damn where you live. Home base has nothing to do with it. You will travel the world just to be in this person's company for a minute. There's just something's happening to you. It's no longer a love. You're starting to feel something else that many people call in love. This person's giving you the same energy that you're giving them. Thus the word in love. We're in this together. We're reciprocating this thing, and it's on fire in ways. It's no longer just I want to make out with you and do homework and I'll see you later, Bobby. You know, it's no longer yo, bae. You know, I'm gonna see you on the weekend when my mom go to Colorado. There ain't none of that going on no more. You got free reign, and you got free reign to love on all kinds of planes, and that you connect with someone on. You lock in on the soul, the spiritual, the financial, the mental. You locking in, yo, both sides in love. Y'all feel me? This is a place that some people I even know say they've never been, or they've been there once or twice. Some people I know go there every month. A very fascinating place. And I don't understand why we all quarrel about it being in love, because I think that it's different for everyone. Love. We've discussed love for family, your home base. You talked about loving on your friends, which tend to be an extension of your family. A lot of times we call them extended family. We just choose them. Then we meet the lovers, and we also hit that other kind of love in love. We all know them pretty well. And through that whole process, some of you may have figured out what I did not include: self love. I understand that some people do acquire self love in earlier years of their lives. Some have so much self love that they become narcissists because that's all they see is themselves as the son, not a son, the son. Y'all feel me there. S-U-N, if you're paying attention. Not talking about young men. We're talking about nerks. A lot of times during those processes, when you're young, you're into your family, you're relying on them for everything. You're not thinking about yourself except survival, just surviving, because you haven't formed your memories and your logical processing skills yet. When you're with your friends, a lot of times you're just so freaking happy to be with them. That's normally a natural gel when you're in your youth. You in a carefree place in the sandbox where neither one of you is really thinking about your damn self. You're just enjoying life. Everything around you, playing with every little fucking thing you see. Yeah, y'all know the freaking wasn't gonna last. I did good though. You playing with everything you can see. You're excited about the world around you. Everybody's Dora and Donnie the Explorer, and then you go to the school where you're exploring all of those different people. So you're not really into yourself in general. Then we find those lovers and we're exploring their bodies. You know what I'm saying? And all those things that y'all do together that make you laugh, the dates you go on, the things you share, the things they share with you. Same with in love, a little higher with it. Damn near when you're not with the person, normally you're doing so many things in lieu of the person because you have them on your mind. You're looking for places to take them online. You're browsing menus to see if they'll enjoy the food. You're making notes on the things that they enjoy so that you can bring those things into their life as a form of your love. You feel me? Where's the self? Huh. Now, this story, I know it's not everybody's story, but it's a common story. Self generally bursts from feeling unloved in one of those categories. And we'll be right back. Welcome back to Chatting with Cass Allen. We've been talking about love this episode from all kinds of perspectives, including family, friends, lovers, being in love, and narcissism as well, excessive love. And now we're talking about self. Um, as I mentioned before we took a break, many times in those other categories, we're giving, not necessarily receiving or paying attention to the self. Sometimes, even when we are receiving, some of us don't even know how to receive. Self. Self is a place that many of us play games with. We see ourselves in a painted picture that the majority of the people around us don't even see because we know the most about our thoughts when they only know what they see. Self love is about getting to know yourself, giving to yourself, right? As you would give to another. I liken it to a best friend and try to treat myself as if though I am my best friend. I could use many terms depending on my mood, but they all lead to being gentle with myself and being bold with myself, exploring myself, not fearing what I see, whether I like it or not, good, bad, indifferent, trying to be in my truth, trying to avoid chaos, trying to be authentic at all times, which is difficult. Sometimes we slack up for whatever our reasons to protect the innocent, protect the people we don't want to hurt. We stop loving self in order to satisfy others. That self love, I tell you, is everything. And if you got it, keep it. If you don't got it, find it. you can get there just by digging. That's it. It's not about looking in the mirror and saying, the specific things that you hear. It's about looking at your whole self, your physical and your spirit. And even if there are things you consider flaws or what have you, it's still okay to love yourself. I can buy some ice cream now, and I'm gonna tell you, if while it's going down the conveyor belt, it gets dented, some gonna call that a flaw, right? But I'm still having that ice cream. I still love that ice cream, you know. And remember, we are a creation. We are not of ourselves in that sense. We come just like the flowers, the gardens, and everything else around us that we marvel over. We marvel over bullshit. Y'all know I couldn't help it. We marvel over bullshit sometimes that have no fucking value while we spit on each other or while we spit on ourselves. We marvel over other individuals that ain't got shit more than you do because you think they do, because you looking at fucking material and fake fucking personalities most of the time, because a lot of people walk around masking, and that's not an insult, it's a fact. For many reasons, we mask. We mask from fucking sharks, people trying to fuck with us. We mask because we're insecure. We mask for a number of reasons. Because we're hurting today and we can't fucking cry at work. We mask when we fucking happy because we somewhere where everybody's sad. There's many masking going on. People mask when they act like they don't know what the fuck they're doing at work so they don't get extra work, but you know what you're doing. I could go on and on and on. We mask, and what we need to do is be more honest with ourselves. I think there will be a lot of chaos, so to speak, but I see it like a roller coaster. You got to shake that fake shit out so we can become more authentic, yo. That's the only way you can love yourself, if you be yourself. If you are fake, what the fuck is up and what is there to love? We'll be right back. Thank you for joining us for Chats with Cass Allen. We've been talking about love from all kinds of perspectives, just playing with it, giving y'all some things to discuss. Y'all know how I like to do. If I'm feeling something, I try to deliver it when it moves me, and I do it not to mandate, as I have to keep reminding y'all, because some of y'all be like, Cass, oh, you think you know everything? No, the fuck I don't. I'm just not afraid to tell people what I'm thinking. I never said it was right. It's simply stuff that I think about, as we all do. And y'all know how I used to do on my other show, man. I encourage people to think. You better think. I like to get people thinking. Think about what you're doing. Don't be a zombie. Think about who you're loving and why you're loving them and how you're using the word, yo. Like, are you feeling love? There are times where I thought I was feeling love, that I'm more mature now, and I have to say, yo, you was horny, or you were in love with the moment, or you were in love with the events, or you were in love with the idea. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't detract from the fact that it was a form of love, but acknowledge really what and who you love, and that would help with the situations, and it certainly would change the way I think some of us move. Because some of us think we have things that we don't. We think we in love when we the only ones down there in the well loving while somebody playing you for a fool. Some of us think we love because we having delicious sex. You love the sex, but you arguing with this person every day. You have nothing in common, can't stand them, but you make sure you meet every day at 6 o'clock. Don't tell me you love this person. You got to be honest with what you love. It will help you gain perspective and not waste your time in fake areas, in my humble opinion, because you're going to set the scope in your brain and feed your brain accurate information so it can make more logical decisions in its own artificial intelligence world. For some of you who want to connect to that, let it get clean data so that it can process and make smarter decisions. Okay, if y'all want to go at this from an IT perspective, how else can we go at this? Health. Give the program accurate information so the doctor can give you good advice. You feel me? You got to do the same with your brain when it comes to love. You got to let your brain categorize stuff appropriately so it can make moves, because your brain works on its own sometimes. While you resting, it being autopilot. Remember, everything that's out in the world is modeled by what's inside your head. Y'all gotta remember that, because everything comes from inside your head. We got everything in our heads that we make outside: navigation system, sleep chambers, places to clean and fresh our mind. You feel me? All this stuff in here too. Rake away all the negative shit. Plant some good energy. It's all us. At the end of the day, love, as we mentioned, is a thing that goes across many things. It's across your family, your friends, your lovers, the people you marry, the people you go to work. I've worked at jobs where I love people intensely. I met them there and I still love them today, 30, 40 years later, some of them. you know love is something that we should be able to have with all entities, in my humble opinion. Sometimes people give me shit because y'all know me. I tell everybody I love you. Sometimes it gets me in a little trouble because I say it to people I'm dating, and next week, if that don't work out and I'm dating someone else, I'm gonna tell the next person I love them, but I'm telling them that before I'm dating them. And some people have a hard time understanding that. And I challenge people on it, because I tell them, for all of you, no disrespect, whoever hears it and gets offended, that's got to be on you, because I'm not trying to offend you. What I'm saying to you is y'all always out here going for so God so loved the world ellipsis. You feel me? And y'all don't question that. This is a being that some of you have had contact with, I'm gonna say, as far as you can validate that there's something higher than you. But a lot of you who be throwing this book around with this verse, y'all don't have the real connection, but you claim God love all. How many of us are there? Billions, we know. I stopped counting. That many, okay? That part. Y'all can accept that this one entity, as y'all like to define it, as a one entity, can love all of us roaches down here. And I'm not insulting us. I'm simply saying 6 billion of us, or whatever, 600 billion, 6 trillion. I don't know. I don't care right now, because that's not the point. The fact is, y'all think there's something out there who can love all of us, and y'all question people who just love their little circle. Come on now. Y'all missing a point here. Love ain't about I can only love my family, I can only love my friends, I can only love my lovers, I can only love myself. I can only love things that are right there next to me. I can only love things where I have these tight relationships. That's not life, baby. Y'all be out here loving on plants, trees, all kinds of shit, inanimate shit, giving it your money, your time, everything you fucking got. But you question somebody that has the ability to love beyond these categories. It's called Welcome to the Dawning. That's fifth dimensional love, and some of you out there know what I'm talking about. We need more of it. We need to elevate ourselves, and we need to learn to love each other just because, like, you love all the stupid shit around you. You make sure you got your favorite fucking coffee every day and you love that shit. You get mad when you ain't got that shit. You feel me? That's how I feel about people. I love everybody. I really, really do, genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, until you give me a reason not to. It's that kind of default love that we supposed to give each other, because we are all the same fucking thing. I should love my reflection. That's really what you are. You might be an asshole version of me, but you're my reflection. You got everything I got. And I used to say, except titties and a penis, excuse me, y'all, but that's not true anymore. And I'm not talking about due to transitional sex. I'm talking about just the fact that we all adults here, and we know that some women have smaller breasts than men, And we know that some women's clitorises are larger than some men's penises, and that's what I'm talking about here. So I can't even use that here. You feel me? Because it ain't about gender. Because we look the damn same a lot, especially when we get older and the woman's beard, her mustache come out too. And the man start thinning in the hair and start wearing his little wigs and weaves. Okay, let's talk real shit here. Love is love. And that's how I feel about it. And I'm hoping that, delivering this show to y'all today, perhaps some of y'all could look at it a little differently. I ain't out here fucking going kumbaya to the point where I'm sitting up in everybody's lap and I got my goddamn door wide open to the world. And I will admit I was like that at one time in my life, but that's not my life. I love y'all from a distance, baby. You feel me? From this kind of distance where I come to you through the air and send you lots of love, lots of positive vibes. Cassie here for you this way. Cassie ain't there for people that other way. And I know I'm Cassie, honey. I know I'm talking third person for all of you who might question that. You know why I'm doing it? Because I can. I don't understand all the rules, man. I can. Good night, everybody.